Hey there, Adam from Buzzy here. I wanted to give you a quick look at a new feature that we've just made available in Buzzy that allows you to create these super cool apps. You can use Siri as a way to interact with a Buzzy app and fill out a form, which makes it really easy. And this could be used in all sorts of different types of applications. For the simple example today, I thought, well, why don't we do this in context of a coffee shop or cafe that allows users or their customers to be able to phone in orders and use their voice to be able to do it. And literally with Buzzy, it takes you about 10, maybe 20 minutes to set up this application from scratch. So this is obviously using IBM Watson and some pretty cool technology behind the scenes. So let's have a look at this quick example, and we'll have a. So I'm going to be using my phone over here, and I'm going to just project it onto the screen so you can see that. So let's just do that. And here's my phone. And can you imagine the customers out, on the street or in the office, and they're going, you know what, I'm going to head down and pick up a coffee in a few minutes, but I want to phone in my order. So all they do is they hit this record button, put the order in, and that will notify the restaurant or the cafe, and they'll process it, and in a few minutes' time they walk in, they jump the queue, and they get their coffee or whatever their order is. So I'm going to click the record button and record my order, and we'll see how it works. Hi, can I have a flat white and a biscuit, please? So that was the user processing their order. And if we have a look at it over here, I'm just going to look at it on the desktop, we can see that order's come in from Adam Ginsberg, so it knows who I am, the time I put that in. And it's a flat white, so Watson has worked out what I was trying to get, and it's also seen that I've worked out that there was a particular food type. And if I'm the cafe person, I could say, well, it's pending, we've got the order, or I'm making it, or it's done, and the user can come and pick that up. So that's really just a quick example. And now let's have a look at what's actually happening behind the scenes. So as we just talked about, the customer puts the order in, the cafe then can get that either through their phone or tablet or desktop computer. They can process it, make it, and the customer comes in and picks it up. So behind the scenes, what's happening is that Siri is converting that voice command into text. Now that's just a long paragraph or however much text was given to Siri, and it's not really that useful. For somebody to be able to process that, they're going to have to read it, work out exactly what they've said. So what we've done in this particular example is we've used Watson to be able to process that text and turn it into something much more meaningful. This then is turned into a Buzzy form. We'll just move that out the way over there, which then turns it into an order, and it notifies the staff member that there's an order waiting in the queue, and the staff member then can pick it up, and ultimately the customer gets it. So let's have a look at how this was created in Buzzy, and we'll have a look at Watson as well. So literally, this is the simple application. There's a couple of different columns over here, and if we go into how this was set up, we can see that we've added a couple of fields, and literally it'll take you 5 minutes to create this application in Buzzy, if that. So we've added the order time, or the person who submitted it. We've put a text field in. This could be a drop down if you want it to be. We've put in, we want to split out drink and food. And then we've also put the status field in there. And that's really it is. And then we've also put the comments in. Now, sitting behind the scenes, what we've done is we've told this micro application in Buzzy that it's going to be associated with this Watson conversation component. And if we have a look at that conversation component, it's really it's very, very simple. It's got one intent. We've taught it to recognize an order coming in. We've defined a couple of different entities in this. So we've got the concept of the drinks and food. So this is where Watson does its really clever stuff and can analyze the text and input and then send back a message to us, which in this example is really just a bunch of information broken into JSON. And we just give it that instruction so it knows how to turn things into a drink, food, etc. And then Buzzy knows how to process this information and map each one of these fields back to a field in the micro application. and that's it. And literally to be able to create this, you could set this entire thing in. It probably took me about 20 minutes from start to finish. And it was there working. It's in production. It's going to work on your phone. It'll work on your desktop, and so on. So obviously you've got all the other features within Buzzy for that particular micro app. You can define things like security, how you want the results displayed. You can do things like capture location, and then obviously the fields. So that's really it. We've got that application, and we'd really love to see how people create other types of applications using this technology. Really excited about it. Go out there, contact us, let us know what you're doing with it. If you need a hand with it, don't hesitate to reach out. And look forward to hearing about the cool things you're building with Buzzy, Watson, and Siri.